Hi.
So for those of you who didn't leave immediately,
Yeah, only the real ones are still here after that.
Hang on, I didn't make it so I could overlap them. Hold on.
Oh shoot! Hang on.
That is
Anyway,
the most important
hi.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I did, I'm not sure.
it's the one with 2 arrows above each other.
I gotta change it.
Just introduce some. Have a good Edgeworth. See you soon, you.
Have one.
You was unable to riot during Ham's Final
Aw.
Fantasy stream.
Hi, welcome back to Edgeworth. Last time we started the last trial, like the last trial in the game, and now
Is it a trial?
Fire.
it's not a trial. But
Fire!
It's like a chapter.
it's a chapter.
Yeah. We've been used to
Instead of-
calling it chapters trials in this franchise.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
they might as well be the same thing.
It's the same.
And this one, they're just kind
Last time
of
we-
discussions.
Mask Demask the second.
No. Why?
Again.
Rip.
How
Wait,
could you
would
take
that
from this
make
world
it-
so early?
Would that make it mask? Demask?
Did I already look at his body? Yeah, I did.
You did
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
In that case, let's look elsewhere. Hi, Larry.
Larry.
Larry, you're here.
Why?
Excellent.
I forgot I was
Why?
It was inevitable. Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about.
You're gonna regret it. Well, how about that? I gotta touch you. I ask you a hi.
What is it?
What was it even?
Well, it's like both you and him.
Mm-hmm.
How is it the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your side?
That is an important distinction.
It is.
And Francie, what about that promise you made to me?
Promise? What promise?
That you wouldn't whip me anymore. Oh, the one that just you said that you would buy for my next book, Francie's Whippy Whip Trip.
I made no such promise.
Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually the butts. One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers.
All right. Well, I hope you're ready to talk, Larry.
When something smells, it's gotta be the butts. As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Larry's Doonim now? I'm pretty sure there's an X in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah? What do you mean?
Downim?
That's
Good luck, Jay.
Dukesnim. Larry Dukesnim. Get that straight in your head, AJ. Come on.
Here's the thing. That's not how you would pronounce it in French, but it is how Larry
What?
would pronounce
It
it.
is how
Yeah.
Larry would say it, yes.
Yeah.
Now I remember. You're that rude, pale imitation of a real artist.
No, you got it all wrong. I'll give up on that whole Loris business.
Loris.
Besides, when Banjolina left me in my heart in pieces,
I'm sorry?
that's when Mindy walked into my life. She was so good to me that I wanted to help her in some way. And I figured I could go through the Steel Samurai outfit.
Your inane blathering makes less and less sense each time we meet.
I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job as the Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of the actress who plays the Pink Princess.
Right there, you got it. I knew that you knew that I meant Midgie.
Not really. It's not so much as I understood, but a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry. Lawrence. Laramie. Larry, I'd like to confess. I'd like you to confess right now to everything you did tonight.
Confess? That's what you suspect me to? Come on.
Nonsense! I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder.
Damn.
That means.
However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. For past experience has taught me that you are always at the center of some insane event.
Edgy! How could you be so mean stabbing me with your words like that? Come on!
You've
Are
met
the
me.
words false?
Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search out a key to unlock your heart at this time. So I suggest that you cooperate and tell me what you know.
Okay, I get it. Just stop friends whipping me from behind. So, I guess you know what I did, right, Edgy?
I can't even begin to imagine. However, I imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my imagination.
Oh.
So you will tell me what exactly you did, Larry?
Nope, not yet, Edgy. It'll take more than that to loosen my lips.
Whip.
A lot more!
Let's just
Confess.
compliment him.
Now.
No.
No.
He'll sing like a bird.
Okay, well, I was up on the roof.
And why exactly were you up there?
Oh, you know, that wintry custom and legendary hero.
Santa
Legendary?
Claus? Hero?
Santa Claus!
Of course.
Santa.
You like that face?
Yeah.
Claus.
I wanted to do that thing that he does, so I climbed up one of those chimneys. But then I got there was smoke poured out of the chimney.
And
I'll never smell the same. Well,
I'll never smell.
yeah, I never smell. I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up.
Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right?
You
Don't,
take that back.
don't ruin his dreams like that, Edgeworth.
Of course I know! I did graduate from junior high, you know!
Then you should also understand this. If Santa were real, he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser in history.
Ah, Christ!
It is your attempt to imitate Santa that has landed you as a prime suspect in this murder.
Come on, man! What's so wrong with pretending to be Santa?
Be
It's
a
how.
Santa. Let's start with the fact that it would be the Ides of March in a matter of hours.
Mice?
Nice.
Santa only visits homes on December 24th. That's in December, you nitwit.
Why has that not a screenshot?
You should be stabbing
bullshit.
emperors right now.
Hey, wait a
Wait, no,
sec!
that's murder.
We are not in court.
Larry, about the samurai sword that was
I need to
used
show
as the
you my
murder weapon.
badge after this conversation.
Oh, I need to show you my
play.
badge. Hang on.
Why? Oh, that. Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know?
Yes, apparently you did.
And then, well, I forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards, you know? You want to talk about a shock? I was the most shocked of all when I heard it kill someone. Shocked.
Foolish fool, looking especially foolish for foolishly stating such a foolish excuse.
I like that word.
You forgot to take something that big with you? Who would believe such a tale?
Sorry, Miss Von Kammer, but I believe him. Because if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry.
Hey, gee, you gotta believe me. I just knew that our friendship is so special.
Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind, that in no way clears his name. Which means that I would have to prove his innocence from a different angle.
Present. The veg.
No.
Larry, I wonder if you might know what this is.
Oh, you.
Nope, not a clue.
You should.
You didn't even look at it!
That's because all that I can see right now is the form of my lovely frenzy.
Please don't
in
call
that
for that for
case-
your sake.
Allow me to help you sear my form into you for all eternity.
Oh, okay. Whippy whip.
Dead.
Now this is a trip I'm willing to endorse, especially if we can finally get some peace here.
He's dead. That ended the conversation.
I can't believe he died.
There are some weapons on display on this wall. A crossbow, and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. They must be the counterparts to the Babyliss knives. Also, a spooky green man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was concerned about
Oh.
that.
He's
Isn't that
fine.
just like a ghillie statue of the guy that we saw? The old guy?
Statue. It's a
Would be-
bonsai
yeah.
tree.
Maybe somebody carved this for the old man.
Yeah.
Which means that the blades inside these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin.
Nook and Craney. Yeah, what are you?
Mm.
What is that plant supposed to be?
Francisca, can't you see that it's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba?
Miles Edgeworth, as a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your salary assessment next month.
I beg your finest pardon. You are deluding yourself if you think you have any control over that.
How does it feel? Watch your numbers, don't your zeros get removed, pal.
Oh no, they don't add zeros to the end of my salary when I get a pay raise. They add nines.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's the Steel Samurai's primary weapon, the Samurai Spear.
Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing.
God.
It is sleek and shiny just like my heart. It comes at you like whoosh. When you hold it, you just wanna live life like bam.
Yeah, you do well to watch what you say, Larry.
Never.
Although, it's just as Larry says, the spear is quite the symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into your opponent? I'm not entirely convinced this spear is up to the task. It's got a bit of an angle to it.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Itchy? You're just staring off in the distance. Oh, I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell the studio to make you one, okay? But this one's mine.
Did I say anything about wanting one? Maybe I can shut him up if I show him the piece of evidence. Ugh, evidence. That will point out something about the spear. Spear. Why is there a weapon on display in a place like this?
I wonder why there are no whips on display here.
This isn't Wallachia. I can spot absolutely no difference between this Prima Duke statue and Babau's.
The statue's
Wow.
face looks a bit like that costumed hero you like so very much.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I only wonder why you Americans have such an affinity for this kind of face.
Yes. The popular American tradition of Super Sentai heroes.
I mean, the Power Rangers were around for a while. I mean, it's pretty good, actually, you know.
For a little
The statue
while.
wasn't made by an American, you know. At least I don't suppose so.
All right, fine. Let's look at the knives.
Knives. Knives adorned with flowers on display here. I suspect that these are the counterparts to the Beverly's knives. The blades of these knives should match the blade of the knife that killed Mr. Cochin.
Oh. I knew it.
One of the knives is missing its blade!
No way.
No!
Let's see if the two pieces, the blade and the handle, fit each other.
The bloody one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It would appear that they fit together quite well, almost seamlessly.
This means that an Albastian knife didn't find its way into Babal. But how?
intriguing.
Yes. Hold on. Let me look at my evidence real quick. So we have this.
I feel like my Edgeworth voice is steadily getting more and more, like, ridiculous. Maybe I should dial it back.
I mean,
No.
so is he.
Do not dial it back.
Well, dial it up!
Yes.
Ergo!
Go! I shall display my ridiculous acting talent!
Paused just before the last word.
The person shaking hands with the steel samurai. Sorry, it's okay. The person shaking hands with the steel samurai in this picture is Ambassador Araba.
It was taken just before the murder.
The steel samurai must be very popular. They're even using the national treasure as a backdrop.
I just don't understand. What exactly is so great about the top knot here?
Clearly, there is a depth to this show that a young person like you just can't fathom.
Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show of costumed actors?
Now, you might think that at first blush. However, there is depth to the characters that I think adults can learn. It's a
It's a fireplace, and by the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently.
It certainly is a fireplace, Francisca.
It
Yes, I
sure
can't
is.
say that I see anything unusual about it.
Do we have that in evidence?
Everything is up to code here.
You can check.
Fireplace checks out.
Logic?
Only one
Chimney.
logic.
Yeah, so what kind of adults would watch children's shows for their own sake? For their own
Yeah! Puts away Owl House.
There are decorative plants here as well. This room is overflowing with nature.
Humans used to live in the grandeur of nature once, long ago. I believe I'm not mistaken in thinking that those people truly loved nature.
This coming from a man who loves shows featuring costumed actors.
Oh, she just had to go there again, didn't
I am
she?
going to keep making fun of you for it.
Hey, serious question.
But
Yes.
Do you think
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth really likes a children's show because he was traumatized as a child and is trying to reclaim his inner innocence?
Aw.
Damn.
Possible.
Sure.
Huh.
That's yeah.
That's
Anyway,
what my head kind
there was a grandfather clock just like this one earlier in the Beverly's embassy. Silly voices, yes. You know, symmetry is a fine thing, but their interior design really suffers for it.
Really? I think this clock actually fits the decor of this room quite well.
I suppose the wood does suit the all-natural atmosphere of this room.
Its design and the material it's made of strikes a good balance with the plants.
Oh, I'm alive. And how you two? Now's not the time to be talking about interior decorating, you know. Hurry up and save me.
Be quiet. This is all a part of my elite investigation. All you need to do is be quiet and watch.
Actually, I do believe Larry has a point for once.
Impossible.
Investigate the things. There was the exact same statue sitting in that Babyliss office we examined.
It's the Primadux statue. It was the national treasure of the Principality of Cadopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabast and Babel claim to have the real thing.
What an incredibly childish fight to have.
Gotcha.
I won't rest!
Not done.
We shall not
resting.
rest.
Restant! It's a Primadux statue. There's one of these in the Babyliss side as well.
I hear it's very valuable and made of pure gold. It was the national treasure of Cadopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabast and Babel claim to have the real thing and won't budge from their claim.
What an incredibly childish fight to have.
Just
I've
had
always
that
said
conversation. You can look at these again.
There was almost the exact same wall mount for the knives on the Babyliss side. But I can't see any of the details from this distance.
Ooh.
The counterpart of the Babyliss butterfly is the Alabastian flower.
The butterfly and flower. They're both lovely things. But we can interpret this to mean that Alabast provides honey to Babel.
Francisca, can't you come up with a more meaningful or profound comment?
Very well, then. Let's hear what sort of profound comment you can come up with.
Well, flowers cannot survive without the butterflies that spread their pollen. And butterflies cannot live without the nectar the flowers provide. If either one were to disappear from the equation, neither would survive. How was that, Miss Von Karma?
Your explanation took so long that I nearly fell asleep. Well, let's continue the investigation.
Symbiosis. Francisca, why can't you just admit that I had something there? Mean.
I was right and you were not.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So what's the difference between these two? Like obviously.
well,
this
one has
like,
scorch marks
soot.
and
Yeah. Is it also cracked there?
maybe a little.
Kinda looks like it.
Yeah. And the hoop is on the other side.
No, I think there's hoops on both sides.
Oh, is there?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
What if
you-
there was
you're right.
always two
Yeah.
of them?
That would be a fun twist. Everything works out.
What would happen if I just deduce? Oh, there's still more here actually. Oh, because I can deduce.
Is
What
the
would happen if I
spot
just
connected?
deduced the other statue?
Eureka! There's clearly a contradiction here.
Looking
Yes, I believe
good.
you're right. Clearly, it's right there in your logic.
Oh,
Slap.
shit!
Duh.
Apparently, I was mistaken.
That sure looks fun, Edgy.
Well, it's not. Let's not forget for whose sake I'm suffering. I hope you're considering that.
Is it going to be as
Francisco,
simple as present knife here?
I don't think you can. Oh, you can.
Yeah. Could it possibly be?
Or are we ahead of the game?
Well, I mean, we've already made that connection, but Swamp with the real murder weapons handle. The blade has yet to be found.
Could the blade be right here in front of us?
Well, I mean, yeah, we've already made that connection, right?
Have we checked all the sheaths, though?
I mean, I can't look at it again.
I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Have you remembered, Sap?
Well, I was looking at this transcript and it told us how to progress, but I didn't understand until now, so I know what the answer is now.
You know
Yeah,
what I
I know.
haven't done? Oops. Hi, Francisca. Sorry.
Well, you're right. You haven't done that either.
Yeah, but she's just gonna tell me what to do.
She's just gonna do it for me, and I don't want that. I'm better than
I
Francisca.
want to do it alone.
It's missing a pedal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hmm.
Anyways, the line.
No, the handle of this knife was made to be removable. You cannot try to make this look like a Babylonia knife by switching the two handles. Which means there must be some reason behind that action.
Boo.
There's a striking flower ornament on the handle of this knife. Compared to the Babylonia knife's handle, this larger one gives Alabaster more presence.
You're not gonna comment on the missing...
Nah. That's not important.
I feel like it is important, actually.
Nah,
It's like, what if there
you
was some
just
blood on
think
that
it
pedal?
is.
And they were like, oh shit, evidence, and broke it off.
The blade itself was also different.
Yeah, I know. I was just double checking.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of Mr. Cogent's blood on this blade. Thanks to being a prosecutor, I guess I've become accustomed to seeing blood.
That's great.
Good.
Love that for me.
Okay.
Won't have any lasting effects.
What if my insurance covers therapy? A knife handle with a butterfly on it. It's a butterfly knife. Haha, I'm smart.
Uh-huh.
I wonder where the blade that this should be attached to is.
There's a secret button on it that makes it turn into a key.
Again!
Wow! It's amazing.
Yeah, get
Look
fire,
at this,
please.
too. This must be Ambassador Alba's desk.
His notebook is open on the desk. He must have been in the middle of some important work. A sapling growth log. It finally sprouted today.
Funny, it doesn't look like important work to me. Oh, hey.
Hi.
Two gorgeous flowers are in full bloom here. I'm sure flowers as lovely as these must have an equally as lovely name.
Miles Edgeworth, are you done staring? I should hardly think passion flowers are all that rare.
Passion flowers. That's a rather unusual name.
It was named by priests in the 15th century for the Passion of Christ.
As they say, you learn something new every day. Apparently Christianity exists in this game series.
Vines are supported by stakes and are still growing.
Yeah, Buddhism, right?
Yeah.
Can Maya talk to
Jesus.
Jesus?
Wait, can you repeat what you just said?
Can Maya talk to Jesus? Or they
Maya
just channel,
become Jesus
channel
if
Jesus.
she wanted to.
Ace Attorney prequel. We are defending Jesus at the
God.
trial to Pontius Pilate.
Amazing.
What is that plant supposed to be?
Did you know him?
That's Larry. Francisca, can you see there's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba?
Miles Edgeworth, as a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I said this already. Blah, blah, blah,
Gomez,
blah,
you're
your
so
salary.
right.
Blah, 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 blah.
Jesus came back to life,
Oh shit, that's right.
so Maya can't channel him. And he didn't die a second
Wait.
time, he just ascended directly into heaven.
I mean, I guess I'll try the knife here. Oops. Deduce.
Is this spot somehow connected to any evidence?
Could it be this? Please.
The condition of this here is related to this piece of evidence.
I don't see how they're related in any way.
Channels Judas! Okay, I'm into this. I'm gonna make it like a fan mod game.
Oh my god.
Francisca, this is not like you at all. Don't tell me that you don't understand the meaning behind this piece of evidence.
Well, I don't.
I suppose I have no choice then. I'll just have to explain it to you from the beginning.
What you should be doing from the very beginning is admitting your mistake.
Ah, she's all right to woo me.
Is it the other handle then?
We ignored an obvious comment that Edgeworth
What are
made
we-
earlier.
What are we deducing?
No. What are we trying to find out?
One of the knives here is missing its blade. And we also have
Yeah.
a missing blade with the other country's knife.
I think Edgeworth's already made that connection though. He's just
So we need to
said-
find
he's-
a different one.
Well, okay. So this knife is from this wall.
right.
However,
And
we
he's
also
mentioned
have
This
this
handle.
handle, which Edgeworth is asking where could the actual blade that this knive's handle came from.
Yeah.
I thought that he already said out loud that it came from this room.
No,
No.
that's a different knife. That's a
This
different
is
handle.
a second knife that is
Okay.
missing a hand that is missing
Yeah.
a blade. This one came from the Babalese the Babalese side. It is also missing its original blade because the blade was removed for
Okay.
some reason.
Yeah, because it was the butterfly handle with a flower blade. And we took out the blade and we just put the flower blade into this flower handle.
Yeah,
So where's the other blade then?
that's the question.
Yeah, so
and I
where's
don't
the
know how
butterfly
this-
blade?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any more logic. Did I talk to everybody in this room?
I think
No.
you have.
You did some investigating over in the Babalese embassy too, right?
I did. Is that a problem?
Lang Zi says, a wolf who aims to hunt for 2 rabbits at once.
I believe the idiom you require is, he who runs after 2 hares will catch neither.
Ha! A real wolf can catch both.
I see. So what are you trying to say, seeing as how I am currently handling 2 cases?
Heh. Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you.
There are 2, but what if there are 2 wolves inside you?
They both want different rabbits. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be a necessity in our Shifu's investigation.
Is that a fact? But no matter how good he is bound to overlook something.
If you insult our Shifu, then prepare to be punished!
Oh, and how exactly would you punish us?
Every investigator under Shifu's command will work to disrupt your investigations.
Vindictive much? Alright,
Yes!
thanks,
Let me talk
Mib.
to you. Mib.
You're
I
welcome,
feel like there was.
Ed.
Check the table with the flower again. I feel like there was like an empty ellipsis around there somewhere. Or.
I think the flower is
what?
something.
Oh, on the wall.
Oh, I didn't actually look at the flower itself.
The counterpart to the Babalese butterfly is the Alabastian flower.
The butterfly and flower. They're both lovely things. I think we already technically saw this dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Can we interpret this to mean now
Yeah.
that that's honey to
Oh, this
Okay.
is the same dialogue, yeah.
It's just you had a different
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
perspective before.
Symbiosis.
Francie, please. Please listen
No.
to me.
Sleepy.
I have a bit,
Sister.
Francie.
Fran.
Smaller sister.
Haha, small.
You're
How
short.
can you be so small?
I'll kill
Even
you.
with heels on.
What am I missing?
Mm.
I feel like I should have more logic points at this point, but I only have the
Yeah.
one. Right?
You only have the one.
You
Yeah.
only have the one.
Open chimney, Santa Claus.
There's
How was
2
the
spots
bent
you can deduce
spear
on.
not one? I think the bent spear is kind of important.
As we can look at the statue, we can look at the weapon wall.
I don't know what I would present for either of them, though.
Have another
Is
look
there,
at
evidence,
some pieces of evidence.
is there evidence that we should present to somebody?
Not to somebody.
The statue was turned.
Well, I just figured that was the angle, right, of the picture that was taken.
Look at the picture
Can we
again.
Look at the picture again.
See, the
Oh,
weapon
yeah,
wall
you're
is
so
there.
right.
It's facing the door in the picture.
You're so right.
Brain blast.
Could this be a brain blast?
Present.
Oh!
Yay!
Brain blast!
I did a thing.
Yay!
Look at this photograph.
Oh.
And tell me what you find odd about the scene, Miss Von Karma, little sister.
The apparent joy on the ambassador's face as he shakes that top-knot hand.
Hey, that's not it. I was trying to point out the statue in the photo is facing a different way.
You're right.
This statue is a national treasure. As such, only an ambassador or secretariat-level person is allowed to handle it. The fact that the statue is facing one way in this photo, and now it's facing a different direction in this preserved crime scene, is proof that someone touched the statue around the time of the crime.
Gotcha. Okay, well that's something.
That's a step.
Should I ask Larry about that? Because he was in this room?
It's an old-timey
Alright.
word for photograph.
Larry, what'd you do?
Did you move the statue?
Laramie, I wonder if you might know what this is.
You.
Nope, not a
We
clue.
already went through this dialogue.
What about
Oh,
the
bother.
photo of him shaking hands with Alba?
Trip.
And he's dead again.
And he's alive again, sadly.
It's a long cutscene if we're wrong. Oh, hey!
Oh, hey, it's a Steel Samurai.
I want you to answer this for me, Larry, and depending on the answer, I may let you live.
Otherwise, you die.
The steel samurai that was up there on that stage, was that really you?
Yep, it sure was.
Larry! You! I was moved by the performance of this man. This completely useless, worthless bum.
I'm a curmudgeon.
I fear I may never recover from this.
He saw his father die in front of him, but this is what he will never recover from.
The word
Well,
I
at
was
least it
looking
was
for
funny.
earlier
Also-
was daguerreotype.
I guess. I bet this will give us something too. No.
Oh, is it the
Is it the
same
same?
thing?
Yeah. Ba-bum-bum-bum.
Well then.
Hmm.
Look at this daguerreotype. Each time I do it makes me fight.
What about you? We're gonna present
may-
it to you.
Perhaps we have to re-examine the Primadou statue? Primadux?
You think so?
Whatever it's called.
Are you sure?
Never hurts to take another peek.
Got 'em all.
No? Okay, maybe not.
Look-see.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have the Nook and Cranny text
Hey,
on? Oh, we
there
didn't
is
even
something
inspect this
there.
guy.
Yeah, we-
Yeah.
I thought we did though.
Inspect the body. I guess not.
There
Yeah,
must be
we
something.
have, but it's something we haven't seen, but it's we have technically found everything of worth.
Oh, okay.
The desk?
I guess
Oh.
this. I suppose this was the wrapping cloth Demask II used to carry his stolen goods. But there's nothing wrapped in it now. I guess he never did manage to get his hands on whatever it was he was out to steal.
If we now exit,
Not that.
let's say like you've done everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me check this area, blah blah blah.
All right, we're done with that area.
I guess there's another
Lang.
deduce we need to look for.
I mean, it's this.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a second thing, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Nook
is
and
the
a cranny.
second.
God.
This is the second
Yeah.
deduce
Second
area.
deduce.
Yeah.
Second deduce. Okay.
Deduce.
Is there no longer a deduce on the other one?
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah, this area is done.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it must be something that's in this shot, but not the other one.
Yeah.
So, wait.
I'm waiting.
Steel Samurai has both a spear and a sword?
Yeah.
I guess the spear's. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. There was a whole thing where it's like,
Hmm.
you see, normally you associate samurais with.
Yep, that's wrong. There.
Great job. Oh yeah, the
The
drawing
spear
is-
looks weird compared to the
Yeah.
drawing.
Did make a big point of that, and then this drawing is the evidence we need to show it should be straight.
A big point like the spear.
Lawrence, about the spear.
Oh, are you feeling it? Bam!
I'm really feeling it.
I thought there was something strange. I'm really feeling it. I thought there was something strange about the spear. Tell me, Larry, is it just me, or is the spear a bit bent?
What? No, wait! It's exactly as it should be! Yo!
I have here the autograph you wrote for me earlier. Now, take a good look at this which you drew with your own hands. You can see the spear is clearly of a different shape.
I'm not that bit of an artist. Okay. Ah!
What do you have to say to that?
When I hold the spear in my hands, all of a sudden I feel super powerful. And then during practice, I was spinning it around and around. Bam! I hit the wall.
You unbelievable! This is an embassy!
But it's always been like that ever since I was a kid.
That's
One
not
time
an
over a field trip, I bought a fake sword and played with it late at night. I'm just a useless, hot-blooded moron.
Larry, clarify that for me, will you?
Okay, so boys have it. Oh no. Oh, so there was some field trip, and I began to shadow fight with myself.
Not that. I meant what you said earlier about spinning the spear and hitting the wall.
Oh, that! No, I was so busy. I just, it's not gonna let the hole or anything.
That's not why I'm asking, Larry. The samurai spear is made of metal.
Uh-huh.
Metal.
metal.
Metal. I somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning it around would cause it to bend.
Man, Andrew, you're so naive.
What? Where did that come from?
Well, you keep calling it the samurai spear. But it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. It's because it's hollow on the inside. You can hit against practically anything and it would bend.
Is that so?
Don't tell me you thought it was real. Oh, but don't take it the wrong way. I just think that this part of your personality is cute.
You
I
think
see.
it's cute?
Your friendship is truly something special, Miles Edgeworth.
Don't get too excited. Like, that's not friendship, that's utter humiliation.
Okay.
Oh,
Yay.
straight Larry. Provincial stage, okay. It's hollow. I guess that about wraps up my investigation.
Oh, really?
Click, what? That's...
Oh, hi.
Hello.
What? Yo, Big Princess, how you feeling? Still feeling ill?
Whomst?
Whomst.
Boomst.
Maybe he doesn't talkst.
And yet
Yo.
another strange character comes out of the woodwork.
And so the Pink Princess also comes to pay the Alabastion Embassy a visit. I believe I may need to speak with her as well. New character? Miss Pink Princess. I have a few questions I'd like to ask you.
If it's Wendy Oldbag, I'm leaving this
It
room.
could be Wendy Oldbag.
It's not gonna.
We
It can't be
can't
Wendy
rule
Oldbag
it out.
again.
You can't be.
Miss Pink Princess.
God damn!
Bye, Jay. See you, Jay. Goodbye. Well, who's gonna be Larry?
No. You know what? Bye.
No.
No!
She's gone.
We need you!
All
Hi, welcome back.
This must be what they call fate. Look at them. I know you do.
How could this happen 2 days in a row?
I came back, but I'm not happy about it. What? Aren't you the Miss Oldbag?
Why are you surprised?
Ah, so you're the one they got to play the Steel Samurai. It's too bad I didn't realize that until now.
You are acquaintances with Larry?
Why, yes, we worked at the same company for a little while, you know. That's why it's okay, my edgy poo. You don't need to be jealous. I was in the next room, you know, trying to get some beauty sleep. But it was so noisy here that I couldn't fall asleep, so I came over to complain. So imagine my shock when I saw my precious edgy poo waiting for me. I mean, who could have imagined that you would ever come to a show like this? I guess I misjudged you, edgy poo.
Wonder's
You
broken.
misjudged him.
I'm
thought
not
he was
forgiving
trying to-
this game for doing this to me twice.
They'll never stop. They'll
I
never
thought
stop.
he was trying to avoid me, you know. This is for me to reiterate.
Oldbag was apparently popular in Japan.
Ugh.
Why Japan? First tingle and now this. That was no misjudgment on your part. That's precisely what I was trying to do.
But it looks like the winds have shifted and he's now willing to be chased after. I'm simply overwhelmed. Don't you worry, Edgy Poo. I chase you forever to the ends of the earth.
Isn't that just peachy?
This is one of those rare times when Francisca and I actually see eye to eye.
All right, what do you have to
She's
say about the
here.
badge?
I like your sword
Gave her a weapon. Take that from her.
and your armor
What's
and
this?
nothing else about you.
A present for me?
No, obviously, I can't simply give you a piece of evidence.
I
Use a
see.
sword on old man.
You're just embarrassed to give it to me in front of all these people. But don't worry, I can wait. A present of love from my Edgy Poo is beyond worth it.
What a bother.
If you only knew how much, Francisca.
This might be her first time meeting her.
I think it is.
Might
Kinda.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Now then. what are you doing here? I thought you were working at the Gatewater Land as the Pink Badger.
What are you talking about? That was ages ago!
That was yesterday!
Look, I worked at Global Studios before, a long time ago, right?
Sometimes Edgeworth and I are the same person.
They called me up this morning, kind of out of the blue, actually.
They called you?
Apparently, the girl who plays the Pink Princess collapsed from a bad cold. It
Oh, so
happened
this
so
isn't-
suddenly.
This isn't normal. This
Yeah,
isn't the
she's-
normal casting.
No, she'd snap.
It happened so suddenly. So they called me in to be our last-minute replacement.
Okay. do they not have enough people on staff at that studio?
I really couldn't say no, so here I am, playing the role of the heroine. Instead of that Mindy girl. The poor girl, I feel bad for her. Because they let me stand in for her. She's going to have a terrible time when she returns. I mean, it's not exactly great to stand in exchange before the house, and plus was called for the stand at the very last second, so I tripped over the most important lines. I threw that ragdoll instead of a shuriken, hit the steelhead instead of the enemy, and the audience was in an uproar. But the avant-garde actress, they'll forgive me, because I tell you, they're just a bunch of simpletons.
So
What?
I checked out after you started talking.
This is why I have the transcripts!
You're a rather lively old lady.
So, basically, you received the stand-in request this morning, correct?
You got it. If you need to see it, I've got it right here. Look.
Ooh, evidence.
It appears that she is telling the truth.
Evidence
Is that
of it
in the
relevance.
Fell ill. Is Mindy dead?
You can't prove that. I tell you, my fine acting moved an entire audience to tears.
Yes, tears of laughter, as I recall.
But being famous has its problems too, you know. Here, take a look at this.
Ha!
It's a letter from a stalker! I was just taking my break when I found this stuck under the door to my room.
Does it say Wendy or
Honestly.
Mindy?
You really have to watch out for these kinds of things. Look at what it says.
Oh yeah, I need to take a closer look at that.
Wendy, I'll be descending on
Wendy.
you from above tonight, your lovely night.
Wendy.
How absolutely revolting! I mean, you'd think you could get my name right. There's no accent in my name.
Wait, this horrible handwriting. Where have I seen this before?
Oh god.
No!
Oh, but now that you're here, Edgipoo, I feel 100% safe.
I hate this face she's making.
It's pretty, isn't it?
That's such a high frame rate.
Where do I factor into this?
You'd bust that evil stalker man for my sake, wouldn't you, Edgipoo?
We don't know the stalker is a man. Well, if you allow me the liberty to handle this in my own way,
You'd still bust him, wouldn't you?
I'll gladly dispatch a detective to your house later.
Answer me! Oh, come on, Edgipoo. Stop being so dismissive and playing hard to get.
Time of the Moida.
Let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
Why can I not?
Art?
I can't. It's not letting me.
It's not letting you.
Oh.
That's really weird.
Tells
There
you
we go.
you can and you cannot.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, that's probably supposed to say Mindy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, calling that an M is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, but like,
If you write cursive bad enough.
But you can see that, like, the other
Also,
eyes.
yeah, the knights,
look like that.
for example.
Did he try to do cursive and give up after 2 letters?
yes.
Yes.
Nice.
It's not that hard, Larry. Hi.
You don't know that.
What were you doing at the time of the crime? Please
What
say
crime?
committing murder.
What crime?
What the?
After the show was over, I've had nothing but free times on my hands.
I
So
need you to look
used
just
the
past
fire-
me.
Used to find that's not a crime in this country. In the room next door to keep my bad hip warm.
I'd be so mad if that was a thing.
Well, a murder occurred in the room right next to yours.
Is that right? Oh, Edgy Boo, I'm so scared. Hold me. Caress me.
Francisca, I'm going to need you to remove my skin.
No problem.
If you could, if you could please not cling to my personage.
In any case, I take it then that you failed to show up at Ambassador Alba's speech.
Oh, that. No, I didn't go. I mean, I may have the heart of a young, tender maiden. But my body just refuses to cooperate at times. As soon as the show ended, my hip started acting up and got stiff. I couldn't move at all.
Can you provide proof of your condition?
Oh, you just go on ahead and ask the doctors in the infirmary. They're the ones who carried me from the theater all the way to this embassy.
I have to admit, the thought of her not being able to leave that room is rather pleasant.
Oh, hi.
Puppy!
Missile?
Missile!
Prosecutor Von Karma, I brought the police dog as you requested, sir.
Good work. You may
Missile!
leave now, officer. Doggy,
Yes.
doggy, doggy, doggy.
Doggy, 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 doggy.
This dog.
I've requested the assistance of a dog in our search for the Yatagarasu.
Looks like you guys have some pretty bright dogs in this country, too.
Jay,
Jay,
good.
thank you.
Hey, you're a real cutie, aren't you? Yeah, that's a good boy.
Good boy.
Oh, yes you are. Yes you are.
That's a good puppy right there. That's a police dog Gumshoe's been taking care of. I think its name is Missile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missile. What a fitting name for a police dog that dashes out in front and attacks.
That action alone isn't exactly what's going to solve the case for us, you know.
Now, Missile, I want you to find some clues. Go.
Okay. I'm a wolf. It has a mustache.
Good dog. You really are quite bright, aren't you? Unlike a certain someone I know. Now, what do we have here? What is this? It looks like a small hot dog, but
Samurai dog. Wait, Francisca, isn't that an official samurai dog?
You leave that alone.
no! Bad Missile. He ate it. I wonder if it's all right for him to eat that.
I will die.
Missile, no, that is also a dog.
No!
No! Cannibalism!
My.
It's just a meat substance snack featuring the steel samurai. I'm sure he'll be fine.
And the vegetables?
That's quite a bit of information you gathered there in a single quick glance.
We should really be focusing on why there was a samurai dog there in the first place.
It looks like that snack wasn't all Missile found. Hey, dummy!
Hey! How was the rocket launcher?
Rocket launcher?
Okay,
Doug was playing a platforming game and had a rocket launcher.
Oh.
Cool.
It
You have
appears,
arrived
Yeah,
at
yeah.
quite the screenshot as well.
it appears to be a lady's undershirt. I wonder if Ambassador Alba might have had an interest in cross-dressing.
Careful, game. I somehow
Careful.
doubt that. It doesn't look like the shirt would even fit him.
In what way?
Clearly, he had a mistress here. A samurai dog in a lady's undershirt. What are these two items doing in a room like this? Given the circumstances, the lady's undershirt could only belong to one person. I suppose I should get this over with and ask the owner of said undershirt about it.
Okay. Well, first,
There's only one person who could wear it.
Lang. Or Larry.
Aye.
This is your letter. What?
Larry? Is this your shitty handwriting?
Fuck you.
Nope, not a clue.
Larry.
Larry.
Larry, fast up, man.
Tree.
Oops. No, Francis.
I hate that Larry enjoys the whipping.
He doesn't until the end.
Oh, there's also this. Stand in request for Miss Oldbag to stand in for Mindy, the Pink Princess actress who fell ill. Okay, fine.
If I have to.
If I don't got a choice.
Looks like we don't have a choice. If you could please take a look at this brown-colored undershirt. Is that brown?
Oh, Edgy Poo. What's the meaning of this?
Nutty?
Why did you steal that thing from my bags? All you had to do was ask, and I would have gladly given you as many as you like.
Thanks, but no thanks. I have plenty of mesh shirts already. This shirt was found here at this crime scene.
What?
Come now, why don't you just confess? And explain what it's doing here.
I know nothing. Nothing, I tell you.
What?
Oh, I admit I used the fireplace to dry that shirt. But I can't really help the fact that I had to, you know? Wearing that pink princess costume was like being in a sauna. And on top of that, I get fingered as a suspect? You're too cruel, Edgy Poo!
Are you claiming that you never once set foot inside this room?
Of course I am!
Uh-oh.
If I had been the one to find the body, do you think I'd be as calm and relaxed as I am now? I'll tell you, it's always like this. It's always my fault for some reason or another. That weekly Timeout article is missing, the week camera's missing, the lawyer only made sure that my fault they're missing. Speaking of missing, there's a matter of my husband. Can you believe when we got married? He said, I guess I'm stuck marrying you. What kind of way to propose is that? What he should have done is, he should have whispered in my ear, I don't deserve you, but I can't help it. Will you marry me? Honestly, men these days.
She's married?
You're married?
Is he maybe no longer around?
That's
To
possible.
what?
Divorced dad or doesn't know what's going on?
Just because there's a goalie.
Shut up.
That doesn't apply. I don't believe she is lying about her actions. So I can safely assume she was drying her shirt by the fireplace on her break. And somehow, the undershirt managed to move from the next room into this one. Excuse me while I take a sip of this citrus-scented seltzer. I'm taking a sip. I assume the samurai dog was also yours.
Ah, that brilliant mind of yours. You really can see through everything about me.
And so the feeling of dread continues. But I suppose I should ask for more details.
She does wear a wedding ring in her sprites. You can't see it in this game because she's always wearing gloves.
Ew.
That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it?
Of course, I'm forever yours. My edgy wedgy boo.
Francisca, can you please take over?
No.
We can just stick to what I asked you.
Edgy, are you and Miss Oldbag?
I am going to stab you several times in the face and body. I don't care how long they put me away for. I don't care what sentence passes. If you finish that sentence, I will end you.
You really don't change, do you? When will you learn how to take a joke? Anyway, that samurai dog wasn't mine. Those things are a present from the studio to the embassy.
A present.
Well, the studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move them all. Those studio guys should have delivered those things by themselves, right, Edgy?
So, did you deliver the samurai dogs to the embassy staff as per your instructions?
Hey, Edgy, don't me answer my question. Aren't you gonna stick up for me?
Ah, about that. See, after the show, I went to rest in a spell in the dressing room. Because of my bad hip, you know. And there they were. The samurai dogs were just sitting on the dressing room floor.
I suppose you had to make preparations for distributing them after the show.
Well, if by preparation you mean sampling them as well.
Excusez-moi?
Oh, I tried when I thought they were actually quite good. Sorry, but I just had to find out. I know it's silly of me to think like this, but I figured that since they're in for a kids show, they probably their taste was probably for kids too. But they were so good that I couldn't stop. Before I went back to my room, I just had to help myself to half a dozen or so boxes.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
As I sat there by the roaring fire, warming them and eating them, I thought, this is... What is it now? Oh, I know! I bet you want a box too, don't you? My edgy boo. Well, who am I to say no to you? But I'll only give you one. The rest are all for me. Welcome back, Dachi.
Hi, Dachi.
Yeah.
She's back.
She's
Nogged.
here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Looks like the lesson for
Or you're
today
welcome.
is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers. Let's take a look at that then. I can't.
Why does it come in that sort of box?
I don't know.
It looks like chocolate.
Smoke. Okay. Yeah, these two. Please. Please.
Please.
Thank you.
Yeah! There's no trace of this room's fireplace being used.
And your point is?
Smoke was supposedly pouring out of the chimney connected to the fireplace. At least according to Larry. This is a contradiction of facts, is it not?
Are you sure he wasn't just disoriented or something up on that roof?
There is testimony from an investigator that puts Larry at this particular chimney. So no, I don't think it was a mistaken impression on Larry's part. On the other hand, the fireplace in the next room was being used at the time. Where do you suppose the smoke from that fireplace went?
Ah, I see. So what you are proposing is this. The smoke that came out of the chimney was actually from Miss Oldbag's fire. So basically, the fireplaces of neighboring rooms share one chimney. Is that what you are implying?
Precisely.
Okay.
Show your badge to the dog.
How did I get there? I guess via the shared chimney? I don't know how that would happen, but...
Yeah, I'm guessing the hot air blew it up into the flue and it fell down the other side. The lady's undershirt that Missile found.
Why are you getting all excited over holding a lady's undergarment? Miles Edgeworth, you uncouth sea slug!
Francisca, please. You know as well as I why that's not a thing. We've lived together for years.
I always knew there was something about you.
If you know the owner of said undershirt, then hurry up and return it to her immediately.
You have it all wrong. This is evidence. And the owner of this piece of evidence was in the room next door. And yet, despite that, Missile found it in the fireplace of this room. This lady's undershirt.
Are you seriously claiming that it somehow passed through a solid brick wall?
Not quite. The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. The other fireplace in the other room is also connected to the same chimney, leading us to the possibility that the two fireplaces are connected to each other.
Perhaps a closer look at the back of the fireplace is in order.
Or is it a trick wall? It's a trick wall.
Hmm.
There is a on the back wall of the fireplace. Let's see if I can't get a better look at it.
Just pull the mustaches.
Oh.
Oh.
What in the...
The wall separating this room's fireplace from the next room's fireplace apparently turns. As I suspected, this fireplace does indeed connect this room to the neighboring room.
The neighboring room?
There appears to be nothing particular about the next room. But the fact that there is nothing special about the next room isn't what's important. It's the fact that there is a secret passageway through this room's fireplace. Is there one on the other side?
Master Alba's office fireplace connected to the neighboring room fireplace. We now know that the fireplace connects the two rooms. But how exactly is that significant? You aren't going to suddenly name the old lady as Demask the Second's killer now, are you?
Yeah.
No, she couldn't move at all because of a stiff hip. So she could not have been the one, sadly. Unfortunately, I believe that this fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with Mask.
What? Oh, ugh.
Sorry, I didn't have it pulled up.
And with your heels.
The Second's killer. It would appear that the answer has made itself known.
You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. Bring it on. I'm ready to counter any argument you may have.
Very well then, if you are prepared. I'll show you exactly where my deductions have led me.
Good. I am counting on you, Edgy.
Leave it to me, Larry.
Oh, I will.
Buddy old pal, old chum. My first attack will be to expose your lie for what it really is.
My life!
I know that there is still something you are keeping from the rest of us.
What's wrong with you? Why isn't you won't believe me no matter what I say? Curse you! I should just hurry up and die already! That's how it's gonna be! I'll confess to every murder in the whole world and then kill myself!
Please.
And
stop.
throw away everything into a mass confusion!
You made some wonderful friends as a child, I see.
Larry, I only have one thing to say to you.
Fuck off.
Even if you make that face at me, it's no use! A man who's ready to die is strong-willed, you know!
Larry, it doesn't matter what sort of harebrained trouble you've caused. I only ask that you do not lie to me. If you cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of some insipid lie, I will never forgive you. Although, allow me to say, that I consider you to be among the innocent in this case, and that I will draw the real killer out. You can trust me on this.
All right, this time I'll tell you the whole truth, okay? What happened and what didn't happen, the works.
Just what happened will do. Now then, if you would please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight.
I like how that's his freeze frame.
Not a single thought.
After the show, I left the pushcart into the rose garden and came to the embassy. Then they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. After that, until the next appearance, I had some free time, so I just wandered around. And that's where I spotted the chimney. A chimney like that is a rare thing, you know. So then, I wanted to play Santa and decided to give it a try.
Larry, I thought I just finished telling you not to lie anymore.
But it's kind of ultra embarrassing.
And what exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me?
Edgeman, I just said it was embarrassing, so of course I can just blurt it out. So if you're gonna have to have a reason, or the reason it out of me.
As your superior, I command you to hurry up and expose this man's lie.
I have every intention to, for I'm not about to let us waste time on such a trifling matter.
It's obviously
Up on the
the
rooftop.
note to Mindy somewhere, right?
Up on the rooftop is old Saint Larry.
Every time went around, that's when I spotted the chimney. A chimney like a thing. I decided to give it a try. Whoops.
As suspected, you do have something to hide, Larry.
Nuh-uh.
But what could be so embarrassing that you'd be willing to go to jail for it?
This man's mind is a complete mystery to me.
I believe it's a secret to everyone of a normal mindset how Larry's mind works. However, taking into account his usual women-obsessed way of thinking, I believe that his lie this time is also related to a woman, and this is what I intend to prove.
So, like, instead of trying to play Santa, you were just trying to get into Mindy's room, right?
Yeah.
Please be right. Come on!
You gotten too fast.
Oh, Larry, there's a major contradiction in the statements now. Shall we press
Really?
stuff?
Hey, friends, what do you think?
I was just hoping it would be that simple.
It's never that simple. It's Larry.
I don't want to agree with you on anything, but in this case, there is no contradiction.
See, Edgy? Even Freddy thinks there's no problem.
Yeah, must be way off of these two are in agreement. Though it seemed as though I had him, it appears that I was the one who was had. At this rate, I will never grab a hold of the truth. I must carefully listen to his testimony once more.
Okay. Press.
Hold it!
You left the pushcart. Could you please clarify that statement for me?
Yeah, so the wheels of the pushcart got covered in dirt from the rose garden. It would have made a mess in the floor inside, so Ambassador Alba just said to leave it.
Well, it would be rather impolite to dirty another country's embassy.
Come to think of it, I recall seeing the Pink Princess on my way to the embassy.
Ooh.
And what was she doing?
Nothing in particular, because she was being carried by some dogs on a stretcher.
She must have incapacitated by the pain of her bad hip that she suffered during the show.
So, I came into the embassy, right? And then...
Hold it!
So you shook hands with the ambassador of the Kingdom of Alabast, did you?
Yeah, can you believe it? I did something really cool for a change. But honestly speaking, there's nothing interesting about shaking some guy's hand.
Hey there, are you disrespecting another country in their own very own embassy?
He's dead.
As
No,
someone
he's
with
not.
roots in this
He's not?
country. Huh?
He's not dead.
He's not dead, sorry.
No, he's
Who's
not.
dead?
A random guy.
Some
The
random
man.
guy.
I might be
Mask.
getting arrested again.
Demask.
As someone with roots in this country, I'm feeling nothing but incredible shame at this second.
Agreed. I apologize for his inconsiderate words. Now, Larry, please continue.
What is it with all of you? You just keep saying that kind of thing, and I only tell you lies.
You're already telling us nothing but lies, so let it go and move on.
Ah! Right already! You didn't glare at me like that, Edgy!
Hmm.
Hold
Hold, Larry, I want you to listen very carefully and take this to heart. The whole point of your life is to cause misery and pain to everyone you encounter.
I know, I get it. I'm totally the bad guy again. Sorry.
I thought you were his friend. Don't you think that was a bit harsh? Lang Z says, true friends are bosom friends. Bosom friends.
What's
If you were bosom.
I was about to.
Bosom, I know. If you are in trouble, call on your bosom friend whose shoulder you can truly cry on. Like their bosom.
Hey, bosom buddy! I hope you're listening carefully to my testimony.
You may not cry into my bosom, Larry.
Come into
Has
mine.
it crossed your pea-sized brain yet again that Agent Lang is only out to arrest you, Larry?
Now then, you were wandering around inside the embassy, and then what happened?
I should hardly think that chimneys are that rare.
Agreed, especially since they are a traditional feature of American houses.
Plus, many grand buildings have even larger and fancier chimneys.
Yeah, but like the kind of chimney I'm talking about is like the really romantic type.
A romantic chimney.
Oh, it might sound kind of silly, but women seem to really enjoy them, so I just had a good feeling about that chimney.
You suddenly wanted to play Santa.
Oh, well, actually, I dressed up as Santa once before already.
Do I remember this?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was down at Gourd Lake.
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't dredge up such unnecessary memories for me.
Ha! Sounds like you guys share a lot of history. A perk to being childhood friends, huh?
I remember it
Besides-
like it was yesterday. The DL6 incident.
Oh, I haven't heard this one yet. Tell me about it. Actually, besides, it's not a felony to dress up and play Santa, you know? Santa doesn't go around killing people after he comes down a family's chimney, after all.
Depends on the movie.
Actually, is it worth delving into whether or not playing Santa's a big deal?
Objection.
What about Krampus? Actually, I believe the case of this man playing Santa is actually quite a big deal.
Are you saying that your buddy isn't exactly made of Santa quality stuff?
Precisely. You hit the nail on the head, Agent Lang.
Hey, Edgy! That is so incredibly mean!
He's far too lean and trim to play jolly old Santa. Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's job is to deliver presents to people all over the world?
Of course I know that! I did graduate from junior high, you know!
In that case, it's your turn to tell me something.
Yeah?
I want to tell me to whom you were delivering a present to.
I was delivering a present to a child, not basking in the warm glow of love.
That must be the most elegant description of you I've ever heard. But a lie is still a lie.
You should have had to kick a guy when he's down, you know that?
In any case, the person you wish to deliver a present unto was most certainly this.
Is that Demask?
Because we don't have Mindy?
Wait.
Oh my god.
Oh, hi.
Whoa.
Kashi.
Kaishi, no?
Kashino.
Oh, yeah, we had that before.
Oh yeah, we had that name before.
We just hadn't seen his face. Alright.
Well, we don't have Mindy here, so I guess it's gotta be Old Bag.
The Pink Princess.
Interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect.
Don't spread lies about me! I totally didn't want to see Miss Oldbag so much that I tried to go down a chimney.
I advise you to stop right there in your bashing of a lady.
Well, I must admit that I myself hardly ever have the want to run into that lady. However, what if you were misinformed?
and under the wrong impression, then what?
Define wrong impression.
I simply mean that the man before you thought to enter the old lady's room without knowing one very important fact. And that fact is best summed up with this.
The bloody knife.
The standard test.
This is something the old lady received from her employer for the night. The girl who normally plays the Pink Princess, Mindy, was it again? It seems that this man is quite taken with that actress.
But that's not true, Edgy!
Nani?
She's the one with the hots for me. I just know it. I can feel her sexy beam piercing my heart when she's watching me. Sexy beam, I tell you.
You filthy, despicable, inconsiderate, fickle, idiotic, cowardly aberration of a man. You haven't matured at all since we last met. Apparently we have met.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, yeah, she met him in the last chapter of 3. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Meows.
This guy, he's got bigger problems than just getting involved with murders, I take it.
I suppose you could put it that way.
Hey, what the heck, man? I don't get you guys at all. Why do you have to make me out to be some sort of bad guy?
Larry, you suck. To return to the original topic, I propose that at least this much has been made clear.
Huh?
Without any knowledge that Miss Mindy had fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That much we know for sure.
Where's the hexagon?
Hey, Edgy, looks like I've just got the hang of this court thing now.
But we're not in court at the moment.
Shut up! I see what's going on here, and it looks just like what you do in court.
I guess old boy here still has something he'd like to say. Lang Z says, until the root of the tongue dries, one never knows the whole truth.
He does say that because your name is Lang, so therefore he says that. Yeah, I follow.
Good boy, you're listening. You shouldn't form conclusions until everything is out in the open, which is why I'll listen.
All right, then get ready to listen to me, Edgy, or defeat Edgy in the Battle of Whats.
Larry, have you forgotten that should I lose, your victory prize will be your arrest?
I do need a nap.
Take him away.
So, you think that all I wanted to do was to visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up on the chimney, but the smoke was real thick. It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech. Then to top it all off, I became a suspect in a murder. That's what you really meant. But why would I put myself through so much humiliation on purpose? Hey, someone say something!
Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this not as a confession, but as testimony?
So what if I am? Is there something wrong with that? My claim is a claim. I'm claiming my claim. Do you have any problems with my claim?
So it was you! You're my stalker! But I should warn you, it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me. I'm the devoted type of woman who's wholly focused on one man, and oh god, it was more lines than I expected. One man, and a woman only. As long as Edgeworth is alive, I can't just stop him and be the unfaithful. No, I can't.
You're such an
Fine,
inconsiderate,
then.
cowardly, idiotic, and all-around completely worthless man.
Yeah! Destroy him? I thought I heard something ominous just now, but perhaps it was just my imagination. I believe there's nothing further for me to prove at this point.
What do you mean? Of course you've still got something to prove. You still have to show me proof that I was trying to meet out with Mindy.
Proof, you say?
Remember, Edgy? Everything is evidence in court, right?
You mean evidence is everything in court, Larry? But I understand your point.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see? I'm totally a pro with this now.
Larry passes the bar. Very well, if you wish to see the evidence,
I pass the bar every evening.
then
That
let
is
me
what's
show you the
happening.
last piece of evidence you'll ever wish to see. That tree man is very creepy over Edgeworth's shoulder.
Yeah.
Also, to repeat what Logical says in chat, yeah. One of the lines she said was,
I was tempted a teeny whiny bit by a wolf man, but that was just a test for my love of edgy poo.
Lang
Oh,
doesn't
no.
know why, but he feels a shiver go up his spine. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm tempted to just present the note again on one of these statements, but
Could be any of them.
please?
The-
No?
Do it.
It's a contradiction. It sure is.
Oh,
Definitely contradict.
Case of mistaken identity, and that mistake may be late for this speech. I feel like it is that statement, though, right? Fine, I guess I'll start pressing statements.
Well, I have been saying that for a while now. After all, if not for that, then for what other reason did you wish to go down that chimney?
You can't see that without any evidence. That's the rules, Edgy.
God damn
I
it.
hear.
Not so fast! Thanks for keeping the prosecutor in line for me, Mr. Suspect.
I have the evidence, and if you wish to see it that badly, I can introduce you to...
Ah, but it's not good to keep them waiting, my subordinate. Hurry and show them already.
Lies! Oh, lies, Edgy!
Well, if you wish to lie, then by all means, continue. Because I'm ready to expose your lie at a moment's notice.
You won't get the better of me! Now you let's see!
Well, it's telling me that I should be submitting evidence. Oh. Though this is a pretty good statement to present it on.
Lunar,
Hey,
Yeah?
both
Yeah.
the first and last would have worked.
God damn it.
Larry, don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter.
Hey! Why are you showing me something like that to me?
Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Your loving knight. Well, isn't that just romantic?
But you weren't able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight?
I have no idea what you're talking about! I don't remember.
You can pretend to be ignorant all you'd like, but it's
And I
written
will.
right here. This letter proves you're not out to meet the old lady, but rather that you are attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit. What part of this letter, something, oh, Wendy.
That one.
Shows the person
Hello,
Larry was intended to meet.
my beautiful Wendy.
Wendy.
Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again,
What are you talking about? Speak English.
You wrote Mindy so sloppily that it came Wendy to the average eye.
Stop picking on me. It's so embarrassing.
There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they?
I'm gonna
For
die.
punching. But that'll have to wait until we're off of this crime scene. You just wait, Larry.
I just a scary guy.
Sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake.
I'm really more of a woman's kind of guy. Oh, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. You?
Come again?
It's a fake. Someone's out to get me, so they made that fake letter. They sent me. Oh!
Accept your defeat graciously.
You guys have been so mean.
Hold it.
Penmanship analysis.
What was that?
No matter who, all people have certain unique features to their handwriting. Ergo, all we have to do is
type?
compare the hand. Ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this letter to a sample of yours. I will know soon enough which was that sent this letter.
That's I'll never return another thing in my life.
Hold it.
It's no use, Mr. Loving Knight. You've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting.
The knife.
This autograph and our mysterious letter. If we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our questions soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure.
I am so sorry. I did it. It was me causing trouble again. I admit. You had to have it in the head, didn't you?
So he finally confesses.
I saw the big princess being accused about his treachery and got worried, alright? I wanted to go into Mindy's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in. So what choice did I have? It was the chimney or busted, gee!
Your mind jumped from the door to chimney? What a criminally overactive imagination.
Well, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. That way she wouldn't be so shocked when I came down through the chimney.
Except for the fact that the letter was an utter failure at conveying said sentiment.
I'm really sorry.
Larry, you may be a shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity.
Uh-huh.
However, I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me. Because, at the very least, I can attest to that about you.
Angie, you're...
We've lost a lot of valuable time because of you. In any case, I believe we can say that we now know exactly what happened. Mr. Larry Butts sought to climb down the chimney, not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of the elderly lady next door.
Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Although I still find it a bit unbelievable that the two of you are friends. But the suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet, so don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay?
Oh, what the hell, what? Angie, what does the Wolfman mean when he says that I'm not off the hook yet?
He means the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget?
I forgot.
There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your head.
That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect, after all. We may have figured out where he was and what he was doing all night. But the blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene, as long as there's no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to ease up on its bite.
Actually, that guy, he looks like he's seriously about to take a bite out of me.
I'm well aware, and you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial.
Thanks to the cooperation of our lovely bumbler, I've been dealt a very nice hand and a sweet trump card.
It's me, the bumbler.
You're the bumbler.
Looks like we're about to enter the final battle. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you got.
I can easily point out the contradiction in the supposed murder weapon. But the real problem for me is figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble. But this is one game I can't afford to lose.
My Larry. I was the one who found the body of the victim, Demask 2. Beside him was the samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, in here too.
Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership?
But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you?
Hold it!
If you're alluding to his reason being by the chimney, we've already established that.
Not so fast. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi?
You're accusing me of fabricating evidence?
Because of Daddy?
You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do.
Ugh. This man has some serious issues with prosecutors.
But come on, I can't think of something as complicated as that, right, Edgy? Come on.
Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you, or me for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence.
Yeah! Prove to him that this putz is a butts! Wait.
Huh?
I meant to say this butts is a putz.
Hold it!
So, you were the first to discover the body this time.
This time? What's that supposed to mean? You better watch what you say.
I only said this time because earlier, Kay was the first to discover the body in Babel. And your secretary, Agent Shinar, was ready to accuse her of murder for that.
Not so fast. Ha! So are you gonna use that excuse to call me suspicious now?
Of course not. I was simply pointing out the usual pattern with discoverers of bodies.
But in the Babelese case, there was proof that she was holding the weapon, right? Well, in this one, it's a bit different, since we know exactly where the weapon is. Beside him was the samurai sword. Oh, yeah, I've already said that.
Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood.
Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and smell of blood, of course. And according to the test, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword.
beaten to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let slip by.
Oh?
Bah.
But
Wait, why is that important then? I don't have Demask's body as evidence, do I?
No, I don't think so. You have the sword.
I do. But I can't rotate it.
No rotate.
No rotate.
So the sword is covered in the victim's blood.
Yeah, the lab results confirm that the blood on the sword matches the victim's. But the sword is as dull as a vanilla envelope. Actually, those could be quite sharp if you try hard enough. It's just a stage prop after all.
There.
The steel separates from the safety first, so you can't use it like a real sword.
The steel samurai has spoken.
Yes!
The Pink Princess also appears to have something she'd like to petition to you personally.
What the Pink Princess would like to say can wait for the day after eternity.
Anyway, my point is that even though the sword is too dull to slice with, it's certainly heavy enough to bludgeon someone to death with. Therefore...
About this samurai sword, have you received a report from forensics yet?
They confirmed that the blood on the sword belongs to the victim.
All right. Or have they confirmed the outline of his wound is consistent with the weapon?
Tell me something. Do you see that dead body right there in front of you? So, if they were conducting the autopsy right now, shouldn't that body not be here? Well?
I suppose so. I guess they must still be investigating this room. Meaning it's possible he doesn't know about that piece of evidence's true nature.
Anything else you'd like to chit-chat about? No? Good. Then let's continue.
About that piece of evidence's true nature?
But it being hollow?
Well, that's the spear.
Are they both hollow?
Season stage. Guess it's possible. But... Steel samurai instruction memory from here instead.
Hold it!
Larry has already testified that he forgot the samurai sword here.
yeah, I was trying to head to the ambassador in here, and I left it behind by accident.
Not so fast. So what? You lied earlier, so who's to say that this excuse isn't just another lie?
But I forget him all the time. I need to tell him. Come on.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
You see? What did I tell you earlier? No one will buy such a pathetically weak excuse.
Yes, well, I know it's not possible to prove such an excuse as truth.
And yet you offer it up as fact. You're a worse person than I originally thought.
You are free to think what you'd like, however, I know that Larry is not the killer. Agent Lang, please continue with your argument. I'll expose the flaw in it soon enough.
Hold it!
Just because he is the owner of the weapon, therefore he must be the killer, is it?
No, climbing all the way up to the chimney is plenty suspicious in my book as well.
Objection!
Regarding that, I've already drawn the truth out, and the truth is one thing I don't bet.
Not so fast. It doesn't matter if it's you or whoever. You prosecutors are all the same. And as for me, prosecutors are the one thing I don't trust in.
An agent who doesn't trust prosecutors? What are you playing at?
sorry, sis. But there are only two things I trust. My subordinates and evidence at the crime scene.
Agent Lang hates prosecutors. But as long as he trusts evidence that has been left at a crime scene, then there is something I can show him that he can believe in. It's simply not possible that the samurai sword is the real murder weapon. So I should focus on proving that point to Agent Lang first.
So you think I should present the spear on...
Did Larry say that they were both hollow?
He did not, but...
Surely we can assume. If
Yeah,
you want to know, right?
because the whole point of them being hollow is that they're not, so that they're not dangerous.
Yeah. Present, please. Yay!
Hmm.
Yay!
Do you know what this is, Agent Lang?
It's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down. Spear's the weapon of heroes throughout history.
It's the next most effective weapon after the whip.
Seriously. I think the whip is in a slightly different category.
So, what's your point? Are you going to tell me that the spear is the real weapon?
No. I simply want you to take a look at this section here.
The way it's been?
Precisely. Apparently, a certain troublemaker hit it against a wall in this embassy earlier. And as you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow. Let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet there's not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that?
Did he really not pick it up and, like, test it?
It's
Like-
bloody, print.
I guess.
Oh, yeah, the sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easy. But I wish they'd make them out of better stuff because the spear got, bent. Which will do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show.
The Steel Samurai's special move was changed now because of him? Oh, no! I wanted to see the early summer rain job. It's my favorite. Chloe!
That's more than enough of your whining whimpering. Now, back to the topic of the spear.
Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se. So all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may.
Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever.
Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. But no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
What a foolishly foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There is nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory.
That may be your opinion. However, I don't believe that's all we are. Unlike your father, Franziska, I am not a filthy scumbag murderer. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth.
Not so fast. You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. At I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed Demask too without bending it. So, what do you think about my hypothetical scenario?
Stupid.
I think you know. No, you're stupid. You're stupid. I think
You're a
you
dummy.
know what what you need to do here, right? And what you need.
Of course. What I need is evidence even he can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close.
It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon?
How long do you intend to cling onto that preposterous theory?
As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned. And
Within
we have
the
managed...
walls, you say?
And we have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on it is this sword.
Hold it!
You left no stone unturned. Is that a fact?
Not so fast. If you've got something to say, then say it the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor.
Well, yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you.
Why, Larry?
What am I hearing?
I think I already know what to present here.
Oh?
We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is in. Except maybe I don't know exactly what statement to. Okay, fine. I'll start pressing.
Okay.
May I inquire as to how you were able to make such a claim, Mr. Agent Lang?
Lang Zi says, capable of miracles beyond comprehension. A mysterious creature is man.
Rather than man, it's Agent Lang's quotes that are getting increasingly incomprehensible.
The human body is a mysterious thing, even with a toy-like sword.
No one understands it.
Oh, it's easy to kill a man if you hit just the right spot. Which is why I think it's possible to kill with this thing without leaving it dead.
Hold it!
But we can only be sure one way or the other by seeing if the wound matches the sword.
I know that. But as long as it's a possibility, I can proclaim it as much as I like.
Hold it!
But you must know that your conclusion is wrong.
Given the circumstance I'm in, the only people I can trust are my subordinates. Because they're a much more trustworthy bunch than you prosecutors will ever be.
And you call yourself a professional.
You still don't see, do you, Mr. Prosecutor? You have to earn my trust. And the only way to do that is to show me proof of another possible murder weapon.
Another possible weapon. In this room, there's only one other thing left. This is going to be a gamble, but I can't withdraw from the game now.
You're not gonna get me to trust you by the power of your glare alone, you know.
Aw.
Plus, I have other reasons as to why I think the samurai sword is the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Hold it!
The only place where you could find blood was on the samurai sword.
That's right. Even with luminol.
Luminol?
Yeah. We brought Emma with us. She's on forensics. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined.
Do I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that the samurai sword is a weapon?
I do.
If you believe that there is no other door of possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you.
Huh. And how do you plan to do that?
By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon.
The real murder weapon. I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy and concluded that nothing else could have been used as the weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis?
Of course! Because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in their investigation.
Getting a lot of use out of that. What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men.
I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigation dragnet has a few holes in it. Investigative dragnet. Namely, there is something that your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon.
Alright then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed Demask 2. What exactly is it?
The real murder weapon, which not a single person has yet to touch, is this!
This thing!
Ooh!
The national treasure of Alabast.
Oh. You mean the Primadux statue?
Yes. And as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. Which, I believe, means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct?
You know very well that if we did that, there'd be an international incident between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babel. The two countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined.
Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this photograph. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. And there's only one conclusion I can draw from that.
Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue.
Go puppy.
Sap, I think?
Zap?
Who's med?
Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He is most definitely trying to trick you. I was just waiting for Wendy whenever I spoke. Shifu, please, let's be rational about this.
Lang Z says, just go already! Come on, go!
Yes, sir. Dip-a-tap-a-tip-a-tap. Dip-a-tap-a-tip-a-tap. Shifu?
Yeah?
I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador.
I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Primadux statue.
Oh!
I see.
I suspect Alba now.
Wait, but then the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Lang, I will go speak with the ambassador personally.
Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but that old man's one tough cookie. But I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know?
Agent Lang.
What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already.
But Shifu, what about causing an international incident?
Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine. So if someone is to take the responsibility, let it be me.
Responsibility? If we're gonna talk in such heavy terms, hey, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then. Less talk and more investigating.
If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminal chemiluminescence test on the statue.
Illuminal test. Good thinking. If the statue is the murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here. Emma!
Ta-da!
Ooh.
Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that this is the real weapon that killed Demask too.
Indeed.
But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Demask too, so the charge remains.
We are hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real weapon, I believe further examination is required.
You think so? Okay then, knock yourself out.
Rotate?
Rotate.
Rotate! Oh, we can
Rotate!
Hey!
And
Hand! Ooh, it's heavy.
what do we have here? This dirty Edgeworth, a little higher. You mind?
Oh,
All right.
God.
It looks like a handprint.
Larry, help.
I don't want to cause an international incident again.
It's so heavy. Look at him squirm. What's a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we've got some fingerprints to analyze.
Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry.
Larry's wearing gloves.
But it looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now.
Couldn't be Larry's because Larry's wearing gloves.
True.
It could be that it's still a glove print. We don't know.
Could be.
Hey, forensics guy. I want results on these fingerprints ASAP. You hear me?
What about me?
Fingerprints, go.
Agent Lang, I have an analysis later, so sir.
Good. And
Sir, about the prints you lifted from the bottom of the statue. You know the victim of the murder in the Babalese embassy? The prince belongs to him, to Maester Manicoshin, sir.
But that's
Oh.
what's going on around here?
No, that's impossible. Each primitive statue could only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Kojin's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babao's primitive statue.
Impossible! It can't be!
Yeah!
Moving back the old
We
switcheroo.
were swapped? Larry never once set foot on Babalese soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed with an alabastrian knife in Babao. And Demask II was killed on Abalastian soil with Babao's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu, who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. To be continued.
To be
May I take a little break?
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll go get some water.
I'll be quick.
All right.
Ba-ba-ba. Save.
Shave.
Should I put the coin in?
Shave. I mean, if you feel like it, but you know.
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Jay.
I have a theory, or I had a theory.
What's your theory?
Oh, okay.
I thought Larry hit the statue with the spear, and that's how it got bent. We didn't
You know
see,
what?
like, where
That's a
it got hit
very
at.
fair theory.
Yeah, that's where I thought that was gonna go. Is I hit the statue, like, oh, darn it. I'll never know.
Hmm.
But that was why I was
how-
going to ask your name.
My name?
I said Jay.
Yes.
What are we doing on Saturday?
And I'm back.
Hi, welcome back.
I think we need to figure that out a bit more before I say.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
mean?
Well,
Oh, I thought we were
Ham
doing-
has already announced it.
Yeah. Why isn't the rest of it?
Yes.
I'm not even sure
Yes.
if I know.
Fair. You don't.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jay had a theory about the what was going on with the statue before you left Ark, or after you left
Oh, is that
Ark.
right?
Yeah, I thought Larry hit the statue with the spear. There's never said where he hit it.
It's a
And it got
very
turned
Larry
during
theory.
that incident.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
He did mention hit a wall, but like it's also Larry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So many are getting mixed up.
Hmm.
could be. Are we? Do
You
we
know
have the
what?
coin up?
No, we don't
No.
have the coin up.
I see.
So, Chet,
Chet,
how
do
you
you have
doing?
Yeah. Do you have any?
You know,
theories? Who's your favorite character?
We need some music.
Hmm,
I
there
should have
it is.
played that during the furnace. No, I didn't think about that until now.
The furnace?
Or like the fireplace.
The fireplace.
Oh, yes.
What's
I
going
wonder.
on? Hey.
We're entertaining, chat.
Yeah. I wonder.
Hi.
You ready to go?
Anyways, you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. March in here, mice.
Nice.
I've left the Demask the second investigation to Francisca and returned to Babal. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into Babal's statue.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Kay!
Hi.
Hi.
So, Kay, what's the situation?
Oh, it's great. Investigating is so much fun.
In other words, they've made absolutely no progress.
We weren't goofing off on us, or we do nothing of the sort. We've been investigating our hearts out.
Very well then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation?
Whoa! We had a really fun time, sir.
I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe,
Yes, sir.
you have permission to enter the Alabastian embassy, is that correct?
Yep. As a local detective, I'm helping out with investigations on both sides, sir.
Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you.
Oh, are we getting rid of some evidence that's not going to be worth anything?
They belong to the lady under the Pink Princess's mask.
The Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir?
The kind that was also playing the role of the Pink Badger yesterday.
Nick! Oh, understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them and if I don't, I guess I'll just unload them somewhere.
He doesn't seem all that enthused to find her, but I can't blame him. Evidence has lost her value given to Detective Gumshoe. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either.
What? Are you really going to throw that autograph away?
Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake.
Scrunched up into a ball and disposed of. Wait, what? What do you mean by fake?
Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping.
Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Wow, that sounded like a lot.
Yes.
You present the
Present
band!
the band!
Oh my god!
It's actually been a thing for like the last hour, but that was when we were like talking about other things, so we couldn't really do it.
So how come so many traffic cones are red and white?
Orange. That's because they're highly visible from a great distance.
Oh, this one's red and white. Oh, is that why? So then, the reason you wear that wine red suit is for visibility's sake?
Please don't compare me to a ragged plastic traffic cone.
Hey, you're not going back to Alabasta already, are you?
No, not yet. I still need to gather a bit more information first.
Okay. For you.
There's a sign here warning passers. There's a sign here warning passers-by to take precautions around this renovation site.
They're really going all out, huh? There's construction going on everywhere.
I believe Ambassador Palermo said it was to attract more tourists and visitors.
But what can they do with the new stuff they're building? Hey, what do you think they should do, Mr. Edgeworth?
How about transforming it into a courthouse?
Hey, be serious!
But I was being serious. I like courthouses.
Ah, so you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must
Hello.
be tired here with these. You can eat whatever you'd like.
And these are...
You have to ask. Discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning.
I appreciate the concern. However, these two coupons do nothing for me right now.
I must present the badge.
You must.
Oh, is that a prosecutor's badge? It has a very cool design on it. I know. We should start selling items like this as a souvenir in Babal. The tourists will absolutely go nuts over them.
Please don't compare a proud symbol of my profession to a cheap souvenir.
I'm pretty sure we saw that dialogue already, but...
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's fine.
And now
He's
it's
the
a
only person to
redeem.
It's all about presenting the badge.
But just like the pins, only once every half an hour.
Okay, fair enough.
Do we read all of the repeat dialogue every time?
Yes.
This
It's
open air,
6 times.
this open air stage. What function does it serve exactly?
Open S?
Open air.
Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract that extra bit of attention to Babal. I heard that tonight over in Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. And you know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too.
Mr. Cochin told you that?
Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to.
Because of the fire that the Yatigarasu started.
Exactly.
Ambassador Palermo, I'd like to ask you a little bit more about the Prima Duck statues.
Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabas and Babal used to be one country called Codofia?
Yes, I know that much about your history.
Well, the Prima Du statue belonged to the founders of Codopia. At least that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed unto the king of Codopia as a symbol of the country's wealth.
So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it.
Yes, that is right. Which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose.
But if Alabast and Babal were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue?
I have no reason to believe so. The Prima Du statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy.
I wonder if Ambassador Palermo knows. But what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy? Perhaps I should try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it.
In a second.
There's just one thing I'd like to ask you about.
Yes? Oh, and don't worry, you can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to Babal, yes?
Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. Manny-Kochan, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary.
Sure, I'll tell you what I know.
Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador.
He was... well... if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that
Was a gangster.
had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, supposedly because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings.
It sounds like Mr. Kochan had a very sharp mind.
Recently, Manny had been really busy. Since I became the Bubble East representative at the Country of Unification Council, that's a mouthful, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me.
I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council?
Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch. Our 2 countries were to reunify and become one again.
Oh.
Oh, that's big.
But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon.
I suppose not.
Do you want to look at this?
That's kind of a massive piece of information. Ambassador Plano, please take a look at this. The Primanex statue sitting in Alabaster right now actually belongs to Babal.
So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about this earlier.
Then you will understand why I wish to inspect Babal's Primanex statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession.
Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it's definitely Alabaster statue. I know because it's the real statue.
Oh.
Then you're saying that Babal's was a replica.
I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue was the real one.
Why are you telling me this?
Well, because you already figured it out! Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Babal were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right?
If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either.
I never thought I'd be by being betrayed by my own secretary. The real symbol of wealth will be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic?
Well, damn. That was a lot of information that we just got from you.
Nah, all of this is optional. You didn't need any of this.
What?
This won't be
Just
important
like-
later.
They're having a real time of it cleaning up after the fire.
I suppose we should stay out here and investigate the stage some more then.
Okay.
It would appear the stage is also scheduled to be renovated.
I'm
You
gonna
know-
tickle this gauge open.
I would love to perform on a stage like this. Something like the greatest great thief show.
I should think it would be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world.
How well would
Yeah,
Trucy and Kay get along?
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Then there would be true K. True
Oh my
crimes.
god.
A ladder?
Actually, that's a stepladder.
They're the exact same thing.
No way! From their structure up, they're totally different. But of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is the rope ladder. A stepladder is much too heavy to carry around after all.
A new ladder has entered the ring.
And from a prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake.
Okay.
Thank you, Edgeworth.
Fair.
Thank you, Edgeworth.
I guess the rope ladder would be the least dangerous during an earthquake.
Yeah!
Unless you get caught in it.
Sure.
You ever hang upside down inside of a rope ladder with it wrapped around your leg? Or is that
Have
just
you?
Mm.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, I had a little play pirate ship as a kid. My dad built it out of wood, and then the rope ladder
Aw.
on it. I was a small child, and I fell, and I was hanging upside down for a while until my parents got me out.
Oh.
Oh.
It was fine though.
Hey, did you detect the scent of treasure coming from this bush?
The scent of treasure? Not at all.
Ugh, Mr. Edgeworth, you're totally not with it.
I'm not with it.
No!
I used to be with it, and then it changed what it was, and now what I'm with isn't it anymore, and it'll happen to you.
Nailed it.
No! And it's important for both thieves and prosecutors to be energetic.
Perhaps for a thief like you, that level of energy is unbecoming of a prosecutor.
You really think so? That prosecutor we met at Gatewater Land seemed to be pretty active.
And where is he now? Well, he's not a prosecutor anymore. See how everything just naturally bounces out?
Fuck off. Thank you, Saps.
Well, I did. That wasn't the thing I was trying to mention with that.
Well, maybe you should have kept the thing that I hadn't expected yet out of the screenshot you just sent in the chat. Huh?
There's like
Yeah.
10 more things that is possible to examine on this bit thing.
Oh my god.
Saps just shared an image from the wiki of things you can examine here. The list that he showed says examine, bush on left side, open parenthesis step, close parenthesis ladder, cement bags.
The latter part was the important one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's step ladder, but the step is in parentheses.
Very
Bags
good.
full of cement powder are stacked up here. I suppose they're for the renovation.
Yeah, because I don't smell a drop of gold here or any other treasure for that matter.
Okay, the only scent you should detect in a place like this is the smell of sweat.
Gumshoe
Hey,
lives.
Mr. Edgeworth. That was a pretty good play on words there. I was listening. I'm also here.
Gummy, just don't randomly jump into one of our dialogues like that.
Were you eavesdropping on us, Detective Gumshoe?
He's standing
it is my
like 10
job.
feet over there.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that, sir. It's just I am very lonely.
Aw.
Here, have a Swiss roll.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey Jay, didn't you get an ad the other day?
Oh, I did get a Swiss cake roll ad because I googled Swiss cake rolls. I've been
Leonard got-
infected.
Leonard, didn't you get a Swiss roll?
Yes, I got
Oh.
Swiss rolls the other day.
Yeah.
Was it good? Was it good?
Did you, like, special order those?
No, I was at a store that had them.
Oh, okay.
Ah. Damn, I kind of want to do it now too.
Ah.
Just looking at these scaffolds makes me want to climb them.
I recommend that you do. I recommend that you do not try. There was a fire burning here until not too long ago.
Yeah, but I think enough time has passed, so it should be alright. Thief Child says if there is a height to be scaled, then scale it you must.
Starting from Thief Child, would you care to explain what you just said?
Yeah.
No, little Thief Child, don't go up there.
Did we talk to Gumshoe yet?
Oh, I guess not. I'm so sorry, Gumshoe.
Past him like 4 times in a speech bubble every time.
Mr. Edgeworth, you remembered me.
Well, listen, Kay and I thought Kay and Gumshoe were done saying what they were had found.
Fair.
You look like you're enjoying yourself, detective.
Well, I don't have much else than that I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir.
So, what did you find out?
Well, what,
I take it he has found nothing of any particular use, as usual.
how could you tell?
Mystery update, guys.
Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from the, Ambassador Palano.
Oh? And what is this something interesting?
This, sir.
Ooh, shiny. Wow, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure there.
Why does the flame burn green, detective?
It runs on sewer. So apparently if you burn a special wood crystal oil that they, only make in the Babel, it, boins this, green color, sir.
Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babel should the oil run out.
Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes?
They stuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern so that it, projects the images.
Oh, silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? Wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation!
Hey, what's wrong, sir?
Am I inner monologuing? I can't move my mouth. What's happening? Oh, there's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much?
Hey, you got it, sir.
Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff?
Well, it's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner.
I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant.
I was here first.
I was here second.
Well, first the worst, second's the best.
I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this.
All I'm saying is that she's got a hairy chest, okay?
Hey, where are you going? Are you headed back to Are you headed back to Alabast?
Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened.
Oh, I see.
Blah, blah, blah.
So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country?
That's the gist of it. Babel is just as strict as Alabast in their inspection of the people and things that enter their country. Meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries.
You mean the fake Yatagarasu?
In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this I am sure. Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted?
Oh, I believe it was in the rose garden of the Alabashian side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was about to give a speech tonight. At least that's what I heard from the other Garasu had appeared.
In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the rose garden post-haste.
Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it?
My guess is that it's a guitar pick. That's what I was thinking too. I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it'll be of any use?
There's a little water on it, but how did the water get on it? Doesn't look like there's anything that could get wet from around here.
I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right?
Alright, I'll find its owner later.
Okay. It's also wet for some reason. Who do we know
I
that
don't think
plays
it's a
guitar?
pick.
Wait, I know what that is.
Oh, wait, no, I know what that is.
Do you?
Jay, illuminate us.
Jay, what
You know
is
what
it?
that is?
Jay, what's the pick? What is it?
Well, he had shark hair.
Oh yeah,
got
there's
it.
one more thing. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this?
What is this?
The perfume. It's misused perfume. It's the bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be of some use in tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time.
Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you.
Ta-da.
Missile?
What?
If we give that to Missile.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
He'll explode.
Here, let's ruin your sense.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, you're gonna hate this, buddy.
Oh, I can't examine that further?
An open air. I don't remember who plays the guitar.
It goes,
Oh.
There's a striking flower ornament on the handle of this knife. Compared to the bevel, this knife's handle, this larger one gives Anabas more praise.
It's that part of the night.
Edgy, come back. Edgy,
Wake up.
up.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
Edgy, wait.
I don't mean to alarm you, dearest.
Edgeworth,
Get his medicine! His Tim Curry knees is leaking.
How do you do? I see you've met my...
I didn't hit hard enough.
Yeah, it's getting close to time.
yeah, that is true.
What?
Look, I have to do this voice for like 3 hours at a time, non-stop.
I get it.
That's great, Logical. I don't know what that is. I think I'll be,
Start babbling about Sarah
I'm gonna send it to you.
Ravencroft.
I think I'll be returning to the investigation in Alabast now, but
I know. I'll go back to Babel and do some more investigating there.
Oh, logical. It's called Dinner for One in English.
if you send that link to me and it turns out it's Tim Curry in there, I'm gonna scream.
It is not. It is 100%
Okay.
not.
Okay.
It's Freddie Frinton.
okay.
That might be me, but I can't tell. I see your back, Miles
I
Edgeworth.
think it's Francisca.
Oh, that's probably it.
I see your back, Miles Edgeworth.
There are only that many could be.
Well, I mean, female characters have like the higher beep boops when they speak.
True.
True.
How are things in Babel? Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy and that girl.
The investigation into Manikochin's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagarasu has.
Ah, yes, the Yatagarasu. Even now I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries of will? Preposterous.
Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where the witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagarasu.
That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech here tonight in Alabast. And that's when the Yatagarasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just as suddenly it vanished. After that, there was the fire in the Babalese embassy that the Yatagarasu started.
I vow that not a single feather from the Yatakarasu shall escape my diligence.
Oh,
Oh.
There is an overturned spotlight here.
when the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over.
I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here.
I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagarasu. However, there were people in my way, and I was unable to land even a single lash.
I suppose this means that some other poor saps were hit instead.
Huh?
Huh?
Well,
Ah,
maybe
yeah.
it-
Poor
Are
saps.
you okay?
Who are
Saps?
you?
No, he's got amnesia.
No! Quick, somebody bonk him!
A statue.
No, don't get me on!
Oh, wrong button.
Matchup. Wow.
I said bonk him, not kill him!
Yeah, I thought you wanted me to whack him.
A statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water.
It says that the statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primidux. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart.
I opened my mouth about a statue and she somehow made the leap to that. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance.
It's not just for aesthetics. This pool's water is also used in putting out fires.
I see. Oh. The pool stopped filling itself automatically.
The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level.
If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. Which suggests this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it just in case.
Okay. Oh!
Ah!
Why?
Oh, give me a heart attack.
How dare you surprise me like that?
I'm sorry.
Still not as scary.
That's
It's
what
still
you did back
not
there. Yeah.
It's still not as scary as the freaking proto-badger emerging from the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've read that.
Oh.
Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment.
I know that. You really think I'm the type to just jump into a random pool and just swim around for fun?
Yes.
Well, you're right.
Do you really want me to answer that? Alright then, did you by chance fall into the pool?
Nice guess, but no dice. No dice on that. But so you know my son, right, Edgy?
I beg your finest pardon. Your son?
Larry Jr. Well, I guess I kind of lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador, so... And I'm pretty sure he was around here, and I just like, hi!
You imbecile! How can you be so flippant at a time like this?
I would
How
never
to be
flip
you?
paint.
What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyway?
Oh, how old is he?
Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother?
Apparently Wendy. I did not know this. Oh, the money. Oh, that chick. Oh, the pink princess. Yeah, see?
The pink princess?
Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he is looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant.
Oh, yep, because I am the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul.
It's not
And
just a
the
doll.
Iron... Yeah.
There is an actual child in that costume.
Oh, God.
Francisca is already knocked out cold from that statement.
And the Iron Infant is my cute little son.
You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool.
Larry,
Should I go back down?
I've not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. Rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there.
Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there.
Sploosh.
Wait, oh. Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And although he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble.
All right, bye, Larry.
Alright, that happened. Sword.
Sword.
The statue bears a resemblance to the Primitive statue.
The plaque says, King Primadux and the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primadux put his life on the line and went to war.
So Primadux was actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend.
Well, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed.
I suppose there's that, too.
I don't want to start any
Roses.
conversations because we're getting pretty
There's
close
the
to
rose
end.
bushes.
On
Fair.
the stage.
Up on the stage.
So this is where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech.
The stage was set
Stage
up
was-
nicely. However, where was the audience supposed to sit?
Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool.
That's such poor planning. If there was no place other than a spot or two by the pool, they really should have made a seating arrangement, like how the gallery is set up in court.
Indeed. You can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with those.
So, in the end, this speaker and his audience were to stand the whole time, huh?
Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while.
Boy, I
Hold
really
on.
thought that rightmost mic was a gun.
Yeah, you can expect those bushes
wow.
at the bottom.
Oh, the
Yeah,
bottom bushes.
I see that.
Is it possible that Yatagarasu hid in these bushes?
Of course not. They're rose bushes. You've been spending so much time with Scruffy and that girl, they're rubbing off on you. But it's all right. I'll wake you up out of your stupor. The next time you feel like
glare.
sleep talking, remember that I'll whip you for real.
All I tried to do was offer up a possibility, and this is what I get.
Please read the pool again.
Ooh, those ones are different. Pool served its function tonight as an emergency water reservoir. The pool even refilled itself to preset water level. When the plants align, a steel samurai appears from its depths.
I thought like we have to re-examine.
Yeah.
These are some beautiful roses here. They appear to be well maintained.
You're being too nice, Miles Edgeworth. The arrangement is devoid of any design sense. Roses only truly shine when they are grouped up by color. One color per location. They lose their beauty when they're all mixed together like this.
I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. One second thought, there's a rather serious look on her face. I'd better leave it be.
They should really rethink the proper balance of these roses.
Of all the people to comment on the proper balance of things,
Chair.
Alright. Huh?
Chair.
Hi, chair.
I suppose Ambassador Alba sat on this chair.
Ambassador Alba is very elderly. The chair was prepared for him should he have gotten tired during his speech.
In that case, why didn't he plan to make his speech sitting down in the first place?
The ambassador is also quite prideful. That's why.
He sounds like my old principal from grade school who'd speak at assemblies. Larry, you remember that principal, right?
Larry is drowning.
Good.
Someone save him.
Hold on,
He'll
hold
be
on. I will save him.
Okay, I think that's gonna do it for tonight, though.
Yeah, that was fun. Good times.
Yeah.
What's going on tomorrow?
Guys, did you know that tomorrow we're doing Quantum Conundrum?
Quantum
Quantum
Conundrum.
Conundrum.
Probably
Quantum
finishing
Conundrum.
that game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
If all goes well.
Say hi to John Delancey for me.
Yeah.
We might not.
We might actually not, because we're on the DLC.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't appear in the first DLC, so. But yeah.
Who knows? He was old bag
Ugh.
soup.
Old very
Unfortunate.
Returning
leftovers.
friend soup.
An old bag of soup.
Can I get a samurai dog suit? Is that
No.
on the
That
menu?
sounds a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like
Quite
deconstructed.
covered in ashes.
Mm.
It's just a little
Better than
better.
old bag.
Old bag's undershirt.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Good night.